The issue of climate change and cities has suddenly become the concern of all countries, both developed and developing. Currently, nearly half of Nigeria's population lives in urban and semi-urban areas, with the majority living in slums and substandard accommodation. The growing magnitude and diversity of human activities have created complex land use patterns that have overwhelmed city managers and gone ahead to foist serious climate change symptoms on the urban areas. So many believe it is time we started rethinking the way we live.
Using renewable energy like either wind or solar, and then or things from maybe algae, and generating ethanol from renewable sources. You could generate ethanol from wood, sawdust, or from starch which are not being used by humans, like starch from algae.
Dr. Henry Boyo is the senior lecturer and head of Hardware Development Laboratory at the Department of Physics in the University of Lagos. He and his team at the university have taken a bold step to design and construct affordable housing with locally available materials.
The architect and I went to look at the old primitive buildings, and we came up with this clay mud house. It's superb. Better than marble houses, better than cement houses. That's how we arrived at, okay, how can we develop this into something useful? And so the idea of building speed to reduce labor and things like that. So we now arrived at use of interlocking bricks. One brick is about 8 kilograms and can withstand up to 50 kilonewtons of compressive force. It cannot crush unless I apply up to about 50 kilonewtons of force on it. And you can see the male socket. Behind it, it's the female socket. And this will not allow lateral movement or trans movement. So that's where the physics comes in.
You really don't need to pay any longer to power the building for cooling and even for all other domestic, uses.
How do we produce our own energy? And so we looked at the thermal component of the sun. What do we need this energy for? Drying, cooking. So we've designed solar cookers and solar dryers, and we have devised means of harnessing the energy from the sun, the solar thermal energy. But nevertheless, we also have a photovoltaic system to using solar panels to pick up energy and the light energy from the sun. And this we can use for lightings and light appliances, such as the mixer and the shaker in our laboratories and so on.
Despite the efforts, their concern for now is that no one has shown interest in their works.
Rather, the federal institutions themselves are aware of the ones made by the South Africans. They call Hydrafo, and they have been doing a lot of rural community housing units, and they are concerned about what comes in and what goes out in their ends. And these are the sets of people who are supposed to reinvest into indigenous research. So we would encourage them to bring part of their profits here, so we can use it to perfect it and package it and make the technology available to the rural dwellers and to the public.
Many have asked what would be a practical way forward. Experts believe the short answer is take small steps. They say government agencies must lead by example, and professionals in the industry need to educate themselves and their clients, as well as commit to introducing environmental sustainability in design and building. Just like rebranding Nigeria, the government needs to embark on environmental initiatives to develop a green consciousness among Nigerians. Ayola Kasim reporting for Channels Television News.
And perhaps the next stop for this technology will be the patenting, mass production, and marketing of its products. Well, still to come on News Track. Markets across the country selling unregistered